Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Okay, right. So I haven't done one of these types of videos for a while. If you're new to this channel, if you see a thumbnail with me playing a flute, then it means it's one of those old-fashioned vlog type videos where I talk about what I'm working on, what I've been reading, what I've been doing generally. I haven't done one of these for a while, so I thought I would reprise this type of video. Anyway, thank you if you have subscribed recently. It's been quite amazing. So over the course of a couple of weeks, I got about 47 new subscribers, which for this channel is very, very odd. So that I would normally get that number after around 8 months. So you can see something's gone a bit awry there with the old algorithm. They've allowed people to see my videos, and perhaps the right ones, the ones that want to watch my book reviews primarily, I suppose. But there we are. No idea why, but I'm quite grateful for it. It's tapered off again now, back to normal, but yeah, some dark magic was possibly involved. Not by me. Okay, right, so I'm just going to go through the stuff very quickly. The very first thing was, so I started, well, it was the end of last year. We were going down to Cornwall for Christmas. We were spending a couple of days down at Newquay. I walked over to my car and someone had smashed the windscreen in completely. So that was a wonderful little Christmas gift. I'm not quite sure how they did it either. It looks like a bowling ball's just been smacked onto it. But anyway, I'm getting it repaired today. It's taken well over a month because I just couldn't be bothered to do it, and I didn't want to spend the money. But there we are. Get out of there! Right. So what else? Painting wise, I haven't done any painting at all for well over a month now. Apologies to those of you who are waiting for possible commissions, including Chris. Sorry, mate. I am going to get onto it soon. There's a couple of reasons for that. The main one being that this room is just too cold to work in. Hence, I'm wearing my coat. Even with the heater on, it takes hours to get it up to a kind of normal, kind of chilly temperature. So I can't work in that temperature. That said, the last painting I did was a commission for my sister Maria, this one here. So her friend Richard used to be a rally driver. And so as a present for him, she secretly took a photograph of one of his photograph that he had in his house, and then sent me the photograph and said, can you do a painting from that photograph? It was kind of tricky because my sister's silhouette is in the painting, is in the picture as well, and also it's very washed out and perhaps sun damage. So basically I just ramped up the colours. I just increased the saturation of everything, make it a bit more vivid, and the bits that are washed out I put in my own, I just put a different background in of kind of rolling fields. I did it across a red background, and so a lot of the red shows through in the painting, which I really enjoyed. I took 2 days to paint that, two separate sessions, and then the day before that I actually did the planning and the drawing. So yeah, it was pretty quick. It was quite a quick turnaround. And working with the painting all in one go, all wet, is quite tricky, but liberating at the same time. I get really bored waiting for layers to dry. So this time I just nailed it all in one go, which was wonderful. The second painting is another commission. I probably told you about this one. So this is just a part of the painting, and my client wasn't happy with the face, even though it's a face that they wanted initially. But they changed their mind, so I've done this to it. I've just painted the face off. But I've got to do that before I put the next face down. So I'm currently waiting for that to dry. It's been a week now and it's still not quite dry, but that's because it's just so cold in this room. But hopefully next month I'll start painting properly again, hopefully. Okay, the other thing was the Dark Matter book that I published in December. Thank you for everyone who purchased that. Very kind of you. I'm going to do a separate video based on this. As you can probably imagine, it didn't sell too brilliantly, but I'll get into that on another day. One thing I would say is that I've been paying for adverts through Amazon, and that's the only purchases I've been getting is through adverts. Unfortunately, the amount of money you put into it is a waste of time in a way what you're getting back out. So I think I've spent almost 20 quid so far, and I've got about 2 quid back. It's terrible, but for Amazon it's a win-win, isn't it? You pay them they get money if you buy the book, and they also get money if you don't, through people clicking on adverts. So there we are. I'm just glad Amazon are reaping such benefits from my endeavours. There we are. Apologies, need a little bit of vape. Okay, so the other thing that's been consuming my time is that I've been rewriting an old book of mine. It's quite bonkers, actually. So it's the first one I ever self-published back in 2013. The first book I'd ever written. It was about a cycle ride I once did across Japan when I was 24. But I'm not embarrassed by it. But it's definitely it's a window into me as an earlier writer, and there's lots of mistakes all the way through, punctuation, what have you. Doesn't flow particularly well, I don't think. So I thought, right, let's just rewrite the whole thing. I've left, I would say, 80% of it intact, but I've just polished it up, and I'm more happy with it now. So what I'm going to do next month is I'll re-upload that. So if you previously bought that book, all you've got to do is just download it again. You'll get the new version. But I'll also be providing a print version as well. But don't worry, honestly, I won't even tell you when it's released probably, because I don't want you, my friends and that, trying to help me out. It's really lovely when you do it, but it's just not fair. So I'm hoping that redesigning the cover will get some other people interested in that book, because of all the books I've self-published now, there's 4 of them. This is the one that's always sold the best, and I think it's just because it's really niche. People are always interested in other cultures, especially people here in this country and in America. They're interested in Japan, and cycle enthusiasts and what have you, travel writing. It's an attractive proposition potentially. Although I did have some negative feedback on some of the reviews, but hopefully I've sorted those problems out. Okay, I'm also next month. Perhaps I'm going to start recording audiobooks of all of the stuff I've done. That's another possible. I'm trying to expand the ways people can get to know my work, because it doesn't really. Well, if you're a frequent viewer of this channel, you know that we haven't had a hell of a lot of success with these books. But anyway, there we are. If more people get to see my work or hear my work through audiobooks, then more's the better. If they don't sell very well, I'll probably just stick them on YouTube, and you can listen to them for free. I'm really good at business, as you can tell. Right, there'll be the usual review, I think, this Friday if I've got time. I think I will. I've finished another book, reading another book. I've got another one going, and I've got another kind of small book haul of vintage science fiction to show as well. Yeah, there we are. The only other thing to say is that me and my sisters had a little live stream the other night. I'll put a little bit up here. We were playing just old retro video games, so it's on my other channel. It'll be on there today. But it was really funny. But I'm not going to be able to upload the lion's share of it because for various reasons, I just can't show it. Not least of which there's lots of different songs that were playing in the background, so I don't think it would be allowed on there anyway. But if you want to check out the video that I've uploaded, please do. Okay, let's leave it there for now. I'm sorry I haven't got time to talk to Sir Percival today. Why won't you let me speak? No, there's simply not enough time, Sir Percival. How dare you? Make time! Oh, go on then. Okay, cheerio everyone. Say goodbye, Sir Percival.
There was an old lady from Ealing who wanted to paint the ceiling. So she lay on her back, opened her...
God's sake! That's what happens when I let you speak, you filthy old bugger.